Today we're going to read a book. So the book that we're going to read today is called My First American Friend, and it's written by Saruna Jin. So I want to ask you a couple questions before we start. So first of all, have any of you ever read this book before? Or seen this book in the store?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So this book is called My First American Friend. Have any of you guys ever made a friend from a different country than you?
Yeah, I have.
Where was your friend from?
My friend was from Italy.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. All right, so today as we read this book, I'm going to teach you how to make predictions as we read My First American Friend. So a prediction is basically where you make a guess about what will happen in the future based on what you know from the text, the words, or the pictures. It's basically, you can say, I think blank will happen, and you can fill in the blank with what you think will happen. So before you read, you're going to do just like we did, and you're going to look at the title of the book and at the pictures on the book. While you're reading, you're going to stop and think about what you think will happen next in the story. And then once you're done reading, what you're going to do is you're going to think about whether or not your predictions were right or wrong. So let's get started. So before we start reading the book, let's look at the cover. What do you think the story will be about? Turn and talk with your partner. And now, does anyone want to share with the class what they think the story will be about?
I think it will be about making friends while coloring in class. Yeah, because they're both coloring. But I think that the girl is upset about something because she looks sad.
So that's called making an inference. So we'll talk about that another day. But that's a good thing to notice. So what do you think the girls on the cover will do together? Stop and think and talk to your partner for a second. Does anyone want to share with the class?
I think they're just gonna color together.
You think they'll color together?
Yeah.
Well, we'll start reading the book, and maybe the book will tell us whether or not they'll color together. So the book starts out like this. Over here on the left, I was born in China. When I was 2 months old, I went to live with my grandparents in a place called Inner Mongolia in China. This made it possible for my parents to go to school in a different part of China. They wanted to do this so that we could all have a better life someday. Later, my parents went to America to study at a school called Boston College. It's in the state of Massachusetts. I stayed with my grandparents in China. I was happy there with them and my friends. When I was 6 years old, my parents asked me if I would like to join them in America. I said, okay. On the morning of my journey to America, I had to get up at 5 o'clock. My grandma and I traveled by train to Beijing, the capital of China. There, we met my aunt, who took us to the airport. Even though I was so young, I was flying to America all by myself. The trip was a real adventure. I flew from China to Japan, and from Japan to San Francisco in America. From there, I flew to New York, where my mom and dad were waiting. We had a happy reunion, hugs and kisses. Soon after I got to America, I started first grade. I didn't know any English. That made it difficult for me to do everything. I tried to talk with the other children, but we could not understand each other. See, she looks sad because she's not talking with the rest of them. No one played with me. Oh, how sad and lonely I was for my friends that I'd left behind. I felt especially sad when my mom read a letter from my grandmother. It said that one of my friends in China had knocked on my grandmother's door and asked, "Is Saruna back yet?" That made me sadder. Then something happened to make me feel better. Okay, we're gonna stop and make some predictions. So I want you to turn and talk with your partner. What do you think will make Saruna feel better? Does anyone have anything they want to share with the class?
I think maybe she got to go grocery shopping with her parents and buy some cookies and candy.
That might make her feel better.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the story will tell us. So keep that in your mind, and we'll think about and look for whether or not that happens. looks like maybe it's going to tell us. I was sitting at my desk during playtime when a girl named Allie came over to play with me. Allie had blue eyes, a pretty smile, and beautiful blonde hair. I had never seen such pretty hair before. Even though I could only speak a little bit of English, Allie and I had lots of fun together. She let me touch her pretty hair. So you can see Allie and Saruna in the picture together. From that day on, we always played together at school. Sometimes we played on the swings. Sometimes we played on the slide. In the classroom, we built blocks and painted together. Allie and I became best friends and were very happy. At the end of the year, Allie told me that she was moving to another school. I was sad again because my very best friend was leaving. On the last day of school, we hugged and said goodbye. So turn and talk to your partner. What do you think will happen to the girls after school ends? Does anyone want to share with the class?
I don't know. They might stay friends, but because they're going to different schools, I don't think that might happen.
Okay, that's a good prediction. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll tell us, maybe it won't. We'll have to find out. In second grade, my English improved a lot. I still had some problems with the language, but I made many new friends. This year, I'm in third grade, and my English is perfect. I have many friends now, and I'm very happy. I'll always remember Allie, my first American friend. All right, so now that we've read the book, we want to make a few more predictions. So, turn and talk with your partner. Do you think Allie and Saruna will always be friends? Can we have a couple people who want to share?
I think so, maybe, yeah, because it looked like she's imagining them doing stuff together, so that might be them in the future.
Ooh, that's a good observance. Another question to think about and talk with your partner. Do you think Saruna will ever go back to China? And then, does anyone want to share?
Yeah, I think so, because it seemed like she really missed her grandparents earlier.
That's a good thing to notice. All right, so this is how you make predictions. Does anyone want to share whether or not their predictions were right? So we have predictions, we make predictions at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of reading. Do we know if any of those predictions were right or wrong? Does anyone want to share? Maybe we don't know, and that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I know.
Okay. Well, thank you, class. This has been Making Predictions, and we've read My First American Friend.